everyone. So I am walking back to my car. I got out of a 3-hour shift giving vaccines to students. Hold on. So it was my first time giving vaccines. I was pretty nervous in the beginning. I eventually got the hang of it, like set a pattern, workflow. I was able to give lots of vaccines. They said that today they gave hundreds of them, so I'm glad I was able to add to that number. I just wanted to say that after giving a couple, one of the students had a bad reaction, and all I could keep doing was saying sorry and calling out her name, asking if she was okay. Then the other nurses came in to the rescue, made sure that she was fine, that she could listen to basic commands, and got her to an area where she could rest and recover, and she ended up being fine. It was just really tough because it was my first time giving vaccines, so I kept thinking I did something wrong. They told me that it was nothing I did, it was just that some people have a bad reaction. But yeah, it was pretty scary. I felt like I was in shock. I was just like watching everyone crowd around her, make sure she was okay. And yeah, I guess this is my first like introduction to what might be in my future. Stressful situations. Scenarios where you might fear for a patient's life. I guess I learned that I need to stop apologizing, take ownership of what I'm doing, get feedback, just be more confident, instead of just always saying I'm just a first-year medical student. Yeah. But so after they wheeled her away, I burst into tears because I've, I guess, been in similar situations, but with family members, and it's just tough to think that something bad might happen. And yeah, so I took a moment, reflected with the nurse. She assured me that I didn't do anything that led to this, and she said I could take a few moments to collect myself, away from the vaccine area, maybe outside. But I literally took a moment maybe like a minute, calmed myself down, and told myself there are other students waiting. And I know they talk about wellness and how you should really take care of your mental health. And so I took a minute to reflect, but I really felt like I needed to keep going because I feel like that's what you have to do in situations like this. Put the patient first. And so I reflected with the nurse, and then the next person came maybe like 3 minutes later. One of the facilitators asked, "Are you ready?" And I gave a thumbs up. And yeah, the next person came, sat down, and I went through the whole process with them. Still eyes wet, but I think it really taught me like how to keep going, push through, and take moments to collect myself and process with the people on my medical care team. And yeah, the nurse kept reassuring me throughout my 3-hour shift that I was doing everything I should be doing and that I handled the situation well. So all I can hope is that I didn't just scar this young person, make her fear needles because of this bad reaction, because up until this point she had been fine getting vaccines. So it was hard because I kept thinking, was it like me? Did I put it in too high? Did I do it too slowly, quickly? Did I not have that level of rapport that other people did? And so yeah, but the nurse reassured me that it was fine and the patient was fine, or should I say student. And yeah, so that's the end of my story time. I'm currently walking back to my car. I had a long day. I had small group this morning, and then I had to pick up a butterfly probe we're doing ultrasound with, and then I had another lecture and then a patient presentation, and yeah, then I went to go get a book, some bubble tea and an egg roll, and then had my shift 4:30 to 7:30. And yeah, so that's what it looks like. Yeah, thanks for listening. I'm hoping that this experience is going to shape me into a better physician, and that it's just one of the many times that I'll learn to like deal with these stressful situations. So yeah, thanks for listening. You got this. I had a vaccine shift from 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And as I was leaving, I had to train the next vaccinator. And so I walked her through one student, and then I asked her if she would like me to stay for the next, and she was like, sure. So I stayed, and then halfway through, one of the students a table over was having a bad reaction, kind of like what I experienced a week ago on Thursday. Today is Friday, and so I kind of just watched everyone crowd around again, give him Gatorade, bring a wheelchair. And then I noticed that the vaccinator was standing to the side, looking pretty scared and sad, just as I was a week ago. So I went over to try to comfort her and reassure her that she hadn't done anything wrong. And I think she was really appreciative. And yeah, so it was cool to like have gone through the same thing and be able to relate and make sure she knew that other people had had similar experiences. So yeah, I'm glad I was able to use that to help her. This week is Grad Student Appreciation Week. So we had a buy one, get one Starbucks drink. And I bought one and got one and gave the one to a stranger. Hey everyone, so I'm driving home from giving vaccines in Benson, North Carolina. I was a volunteer for this clinic that they were holding in coordination with the Latin Medical Student Association. And yeah, it went well. I think there were no bad reactions or anything to report. We were giving Pfizer, so they have to come back on May 15th, 2021. But overall, it went well. And yeah, I went there at 8:30 a.m. and now it's 1:30 p.m. and I am driving home.